What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Shonen Showdown. I'm your host, Robinson. To the right of me is
your boy, Chris. What's up?
And today we got to talk about One Piece. We got to talk about the Straw Hats. We want to rank them from strongest to weakest, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Alright, so we're just going to jump right into it, Chris. Let me know who is the strongest member of the Straw Hats. No one can obviously get this wrong, but...
Let's jump right into this. No one can get this wrong?
No one can get this wrong.
You sure? Alright. Well, we're not going to start off getting it wrong. Number one strongest Straw Hat gotta go to Jinbei. Jinbei is the strongest Straw Hat.
Wait, you're serious? Or like we're recording? I didn't...
Jinbei is the strongest Straw Hat.
You cannot be serious. You cannot be serious.
Jinbei is the strongest Straw Hat. Let's go through the reasons why. This man is a former Shichibukai, right? Haki user, has total command of the sea itself. I don't care if you want to use Zoro, Luffy, right? We all love Luffy, right? The captain of the Straw Hats. But let's keep it real. This man... Okay, number one, let's go back to when this man held the one Moria in check when Luffy was struggling back in the day. We're not even going to talk about that, right, at Marineford. Let's also go back to the fact that this man, Luffy, owes his life to this man twice. Twice he owes his life to this man. Back when he saved him at Impel Down when Luffy didn't know what he was doing. They had to get out. And also when this man gave him his own blood. But let's go back to power. This man, literally the same Big Mom that Luffy couldn't handle, that he had to run around with, had to go fight Katakuri. This man two times hit Big Mom with a counter that she fell back from Jinbei, okay? So we know Luffy was not able to do that because he had to do the run around. He tried with Big Mom, but it didn't work. Jinbei, he tried, and it actually did have an effect. Okay, so let's be clear. This man, listen, if we're gonna talk facts, we gotta talk facts, right? We love Luffy, but let's be real. If we're talking impact, what was actually more impactful? When Jinbei got his two counters on Big Mom, that's what I'm looking at. Versus when Luffy couldn't do anything with Big Mom. So how are we to say that anyone is stronger than Jinbei?
Oh boy. I gotta say, Chris, as long as I've been hosting Shonen Showdown, I have never heard such craziness coming from a co-host sitting here to the right of me. This is unbelievable. This is almost sacrilegious to the One Piece fandom. I cannot believe that you put Jinbei over Luffy. I mean, let's just talk about Luffy. Gear 4 alone. I'm gonna skip the other gears. I'm jumping straight to Gear 4. Bounce Man, Tank Man, Snake Man. All three versions of haki. Armament haki at an elite level. Observation haki to a point where he can literally see into the future while he battles. That is not an ability he was able to even prove when he was countering Big Mom at that one point in time. And he also has Conqueror's haki. Monkey D. Luffy, the will of D. Yes, Luffy is levels beyond what we've really seen, and not even to mention he's mentioned in the level with other Yonkos. Morgus is putting him in the newspaper asking, is Luffy a fifth Yonko? We really don't even know. At the same time, Luffy's bounty, Chris, is over 1 billion petty. What? Okay. This is unbelievable. I cannot believe Luffy got trained by Rayleigh. Right. Luffy is just on another level. Took down Katakuri, who is a beast. I love Jinbei. I really, really do. I am a Jinbei fan. I will say that right now. But he is no way, shape, and form. He is not stronger than Luffy. No shot. Okay. No shot. Absolutely no shot. And that's disrespectful.
Okay, so we're basing this on bounty numbers. That's one, right? No, so all bounty numbers
They're not
equivalent to strength.
Not always, but there is sometimes a factor of strength that plays into it.
Okay, and you're also saying that you don't think Jinbei would defeat Katakuri.
That would be a good fight. I really don't know. Listen, I love Jinbei, like I said, but I just don't know how Jinbei would really deal with the future sight observation haki. I have never seen Jinbei show anything of that level, but I do think Jinbei is the second strongest Straw Hat right now, currently. It is not Zoro, and I'm just gonna put that right out there. Everything that you stated is correct. Jinbei is a complete beast. He has fisherman karate, which I literally see as a poor man's armament haki, added with armament haki. He was able to push Big Mom, like you were stating earlier. But my biggest thing is, I think Jinbei, him joining the Straw Hats was so huge. First of all, he helped all the Straw Hats leave Whole Cake. Luffy does not get out of Whole Cake Island if Jinbei is not there. All right? And let's even talk about bounties, right? Jinbei's bounty, his bounty right now, currently, is 438 million Betty, right? Do you know that this bounty was given to Jinbei right after he became an ex-warlord?
Right.
Do you know how long ago that is? His bounty has not been updated yet. Zoro's has. Zoro's was updated at the end of Dressrosa, right? He's sitting at 320. I don't see anybody bringing Zoro above Jinbei right now. I think Jinbei's just on another level. So I have him over Zoro, and yes, Jinbei is the second strongest. Who do you have as the second strongest Straw Hat?
Interesting. Well, of course, we can't bypass Luffy, captain of the Straw Hats. Same reasons you listed before, but obviously we differ in the reasons why we have one as two as two.
Right.
Luffy, for me, I'm stuck on Big Mom. With all the progression that Luffy has had, right? With his fight with Katakuri, let's be real. With his fight with Katakuri, after Doflamingo, he came into Whole Cake Island, tried to get at it with Big Mom, was unsuccessful, then had to fight her number one guy, and ultimately won. Obviously, his ability to see into the future and predict moves before they happen is all based from when he had his training with Rayleigh, and all that is starting to manifest extremely to another level. Now, it's all valid. But for me, it's when I see it put into actual effect versus those who are above. Katakuri is not above Big Mom. Obviously, we know this.
Right.
So when he went up against Big Mom, Luffy we're talking about right now, he was unsuccessful in that. Obviously, granted, it was before he had his fight with Katakuri.
Exactly.
Granted, right?
That's my point.
That is valid. But at the same time, we can't deny the fact that Jinbei came in there and literally put Big Mom on her knees and then put her on her back.
Yes.
Like, that's not a small feat.
It's not.
And then for me to just give that automatically to Luffy, who we haven't seen that from, is something, especially after doing that to a Yonko. That's where I have to give Jinbei the edge. But definitely I got Luffy number 2. No question, Zoro's not there yet.
Luffy is in that number 2 for you. I still think it's disrespectful, but I do see where you're coming from where after you broke it down just a little bit more. So sitting at number 3, I gotta put Zoro. Zoro for obvious reasons. Obviously, he's been Luffy's right-hand man for, as far as I know, from the beginning of the series, when Luffy freed him. But Zoro is... Zoro is an amazing swordsman. Obviously, you already know he trained under Mihawk.
Right.
Bounty is sitting at 320 right now.
Right.
After Dressrosa. But he does not have enough for me to put him over Jinbei, as I was stating earlier. I like what I saw in Wano so far. The two guerrilla attacks. Awesome, very, very nice. He was staying in a fight with Hawkins, even though he was having, he was assisted with Luffy's help, which is making Hawkins look even stronger than ever before. But maybe Zoro has something else in the books that we have to wait and see. But Zoro is nice. Zoro is the third strongest in the Straw Hat. Once Jinbei joined, Zoro did move down the tier list for me. Yes.
See, I have to agree once again. I don't think that's really a discussion right there at number 3. Zoro's interesting, man. Like, we all love Zoro. Like, it's his aura. Like, it's just his energy. Like, you know not to mess with Zoro.
Right.
But at the same time, in the story, there's a lot held back from Zoro, right? It's just like a lot is still unproven with him. Right. Especially as we move into these next phases. In Wano now, a lot is yet to be proven by Zoro. And definitely because not so much is proven with him, right? With his fight with Hawkins, right? He was fighting with Hawkins' technique. Right. Hawkins was on his horse, like you know. So it's like certain things. It's like it's unproven yet. We know Zoro is strong. We know he is gifted as a swordsman, but still something has to be proven for him to take another step to be on a Jinbei level, to be closer to Luffy. And he's just not there yet. But we definitely agree. Number 3, Zoro.
Who you have sitting at number 4?
Number 4, once again, I don't know if you're gonna pick this wrong, but Sanji.
Okay, right.
Part of the original three-headed monster. Sanji sitting at number 3. This is about Sanji, but also about what's left of the Straw Hat crew. There's not really anyone really rivaling Sanji after Zoro, after Luffy, after Jinbei, in combat strength. That's where I'm really holding his value. Sanji, we've seen time and time again. He's been proven, but at the same time, he is still at the bottom of that three-headed monster. Way less than Zoro is, way less than Luffy is.
He did put in a lot of work, though. I mean, he's the reason why Germa 66 even got freed. You know, saving them from Daifuku. What we saw in the wedding. Mm-hmm. We also saw him hold off Oven to protect the wedding cake. I mean, he put in a lot of work. The whole cake arc was Sanji's time to step up to the plate, and he delivered.
And this is without the raid suit.
Right.
So this is before the raid suit. So right now, we don't know how strong Sanji could really be. Full effect in that raid suit. Interesting to see what will actually transpire.
Exactly.
But I think we both agree Sanji at number 4. Or what do you have?
Sanji at number 4.
That's
Sanji at number 4. At number 5, I think this answer is obvious. But Chris will correct me if he thinks I'm wrong.
Go ahead.
I have Nico Robin. Nico Robin has complete mastery of her devil fruit. She is actually, I think, is one of the most underrated Straw Hats. Simply because the way she uses her devil fruit is crazy. It can be used as support, it can be used as offense and defense all at the same time. She is wonderful when it comes to long range fights. She is wonderful when it comes to close range combat. And we see this when she's fighting Gladius, in Dressrosa, held off Cavendish, when he was in his berserk mode, and was still
slept on,
still using her abilities to climb up walls while using her abilities to help others climb up walls, and while they're getting attacked while they're climbing up the walls, she's attacking them. Oh, let's not forget that she can use her devil fruit to make wings and fly. I mean, Robin is just so versatile when it comes to battle. She was even helping Rebecca fight Diamante, who's pretty elite in Doflamingo's family. So I have to tip my hat off to Robin. I think Robin sits at number 5.
Number 5. Once again, we agree. If you've been watching One Piece, Robin is one of the most useful Straw Hats. Because same reasons that you listed before. The variety in which she uses her devil fruit as support, as help, not so much as a combat fruit, not so much at the level of Sanji or any of the top tier Straw Hats, but we've seen her usefulness, not to mention the fact that she is actually potentially one of the most important Straw Hats leading up to the final arcs of One Piece, for the knowledge that she knows, for the history that she knows back on Ohara. Like Robin is super underrated. I can't stress that enough. Like, she is one of the most important Straw Hats and one of the most useful Straw Hats for her abilities, what she displayed in Dressrosa. And I think, like, if she, to be honest, I don't even think she needs to, like, grow. Like, but if she does, like, I don't even know. Like, if her fruit, like, expands, if she gets
that devil fruit awakening, or
like
haki,
awakening, like, yo, that's crazy.
Robin can move up the tier list,
easily.
Easily. Who do you have sitting at number 6?
Number 6. I have probably the funniest Straw Hat, to my opinion. Usopp. Usopp is number...
Wait. Hold on. Usopp is sitting at number 6?
Usopp is sitting at number 6.
You're... Alright.
Usopp is sitting at number 6.
Continue.
Listen, if we talk about another underrated, okay? We want to talk about another underrated Straw Hat.
Wow.
It's Usopp. Okay? Number 1, we know this man unlocked his observation haki, right?
Right. That's the greatest thing that I've seen Usopp do.
The greatest thing, along with his sniper abilities, correct?
They're okay. Yes, they're okay.
Oh, they're okay?
They're okay, yes.
Really?
Until the observation haki is what really pushed him over the edge. But for
the
you,
sniping abilities?
No, I think Usopp is nice. I really do. I think
you said okay.
Nice. I think Usopp is nice.
You said okay.
Right? Because I think Usopp is very versatile. But for you to put him over the likes of a Brook?
Oh, yes.
Over the likes of a Brook? Who we literally saw boxing with Big Mom?
Oh, my goodness.
What? Challenged Big Mom.
Goodness.
Brook is unbelievable. We saw him get stronger after the time skip, even with his using his devil fruit to extract the souls from the homies that Big Mom has created to attack him while he's fighting Big Mom at the same time.
It's a useful fruit. It's a useful fruit, but you're putting him on the usefulness of Robin, which he's not. Okay, he has a useful fruit. For what he did to get to literally retrieve, right, the script from the poneglyph, amazing, right? Amazing.
All right, so let me ask you this: if we left Usopp in that same situation against Big Mom.
But that's situational.
What do you mean situational?
Wait. Time out.
Answer my question.
Wait.
If we left Usopp in the same situation
time out.
as Brook, 1v1 against Big Mom.
Okay, just 1v1 against Big Mom.
That's food. Big Mom's destroying that easily. You know that. You know that.
Listen.
Probably just Conqueror's haki alone. Usopp's going to sleep.
Listen. Okay, and that wouldn't happen to Brook?
Brook was hanging in there. That's what I'm saying. Brook found a way to hang in there.
But that's like, okay, if she's taking it more seriously. You're saying Conqueror's haki. Like, if she used Conqueror's haki against Brook, he would still be hanging in there.
Usopp would be finished.
Oh, come on.
You know this. You know this. We don't even have to go into detail onto what would happen to Usopp if he were in the battle with Big Mom, because we already know what would happen. The fact that Brook was able to even survive against, I just think that was just very impressive, and for me, that's why I have Brook at 6.
It was. That's fair.
Right.
That's fair.
And Usopp really belongs at number 7 for reasons that you were stating. You know, God Usopp. I mean, that name was literally given to him for the stuff he was able to accomplish in Dressrosa. It was just, it was nice. Everything that he did in Dressrosa was nice. Like you said, he unlocked observation haki. He was able to knock out Sugar, which undid all her devil fruits, turning people back from toys into human beings. That was just lovely. Everyone seeing all that happen. Usopp is obviously, he comes from, a sniping background with Yasopp. So we know that he is just, he has, it's in his blood. I think Usopp's
partially responsible for Nami.
Right. Well, Usopp's creativity is very nice, which we saw even if we want to go all the way back to when Usopp fought Luffy, impact dials, all types of stuff. Usopp just has so many weapons in his arsenal. The reason why I don't have Usopp any higher is because I feel like Usopp just has a lack of the ability to defend himself. He can't really defend himself properly, and we've never seen Usopp really handle any type of super type of close range combat, or even trying to figure out how to even get into those situations. It's more of Usopp is kind of a luck of the draw. His potential is through the roof, but we haven't seen it executed at a high level, at a high performance. So for that reason, he sits at number 7. Who do you think sits at number 7?
So once again, we're switched. Once again, we're just switched. I have Brook at number 7.
Okay.
Same reasons.
Right.
See, with what we have here, right? Once again, it's not that we're disagreeing with the capabilities of each person. We just have them listed at a different spot.
Right.
Brook is more like the 3-headed monster with his combat ability, right? So he's able to actually go on the defensive. He's able to attack. He has more of that combat presence than, you know, let's say Nami, then say Usopp, then say, Robin per se, right? So I think that's where like you're favoring the combat ability.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking strongest to weakest.
But strongest to weakest, but like we're encompassing like everything. So that creativeness that Usopp has is still part of his strength. That's why he's been able to get out of tough situations from time and time again. When we've all thought, even from the beginning, they're like, Usopp, he not gonna do this. He not gonna get through any of this.
Right, and it was nice, but if we put him against the likes of a Big Mom, which Brook had to face, I don't see Usopp getting out of that type of situation at all. I really don't. I think Usopp, if somebody doesn't come there and save him immediately, Usopp doesn't make it out of whole case.
So Brook made it out because of strength and not because of happenstance or chance or luck?
But I think some strength played a part in it. Obviously, he had no chance.
Of course.
Obviously, he had no chance of beating Big Mom, but the fact that he was able to survive a battle with Big Mom is just impressive alone. Because, you know, the goal for him was not to even engage into a fight with Big Mom. It was just to get, you know, the pony lift, get the information you need, and get out. That's it. He wasn't trying to fight Big Mom. The fact that he engaged in a battle with Big Mom was just, you know, bad luck. But the fact that he was able to stay in there is just very impressive. I don't see Usopp doing that at all. I really don't. At number 8, I have Frankie. I have Frankie at number 8 because Frankie is super versatile, right? Frankie engaged into a fight with Senor Pink, right? Wow. Came out on top, even though it was more of a contest. We know that Frankie's offensive, abilities are they're pretty solid. They are solid. His offensive abilities are solid. And his defensive abilities are solid. Even if you're talking about, weapons left, strong right, all types of things. I mean, and the reason why I have him in here is strictly because of one person, and that is Dr. Vegapunk. Dr. Vegapunk is the reason why Frankie belongs in here. Because
break that down.
Because Dr. Vegapunk literally enhanced Frankie larger than anything that we really ever seen in an enhancement of most of the Straw Hats, right? Frankie got so much of an upgrade from what we've seen in the previous time skip that, in pre-time skip, that he looks solid. He looks solid. So I gotta put Frankie at number 8.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Frankie is solid. Frankie's solid.
That's what I'm saying.
He's solid.
Right.
I mean, like, number 8.
Yes.
Number 8.
Yes. Who do you have over Frankie?
Because of Vegapunk?
Of who's Vegapunk? Yes. Vegapunk? Yes.
Oh no.
Who do you have? I'm really interested to see who
at number 8. Okay, so now we're down to the last few, right?
Yeah, we're trickling down.
We're trickling down to the last few, okay?
Right.
So we can say the names of the last few, right? We got Frankie, right? Who else do we have? We have Nami, right? And we have Chopper, right?
Yep, Tony.
Right? Tony, right? So out of the 3, you're going with Frankie, right?
Right.
I'm going with Nami. Nami as number 8. Nami as number 8. And probably the same thing might happen again, where we might switch.
Right.
Okay? I have Nami at number 8. Really because of the fact that just now, right, we saw in Whole Cake Island, she was able to acquire literally a partially of the strength of Big Mom.
Okay, that's the key. That's the key that I was gonna ask you actually.
Like,
what are we talking about here? If we're talking about her, having Zeus in her pocket. See that? See, that makes it difficult. But you're right. Nami's offensive abilities have increased
drastically.
Tremendously. I have Nami at number 9. So listen, you having Nami at number 8.
Once again,
right. I have Nami at number 9. For reasons you're saying, but even her Nami's very, very smart. This is what a lot of people don't give Nami credit. Nami is probably one of the smartest Straw Hats right now. You know, just for her ability alone to be able to even outsmart opponents when it comes to her helping Luffy in the war. You know, when Luffy was fighting Big Mom's whole army, Nami came through, took out Big Mom's beaver card, and said, look, I'm just going to make everyone run away. I mean, that is just crazy in and of itself. Her to trick Zeus into teaming up with her and using an attack that was able to stun Big Mom and land a big hit on Big Mom. You are correct. Nami's elite. Where I think Nami has a problem, and before I even get to that, like, you know, she also landed the finishing blow on Brule as well and stuff. So she's nice, but I think her problem is that she has absolutely no ability at all to defend herself. When it comes to taking an attack from an opponent, Nami is just, she is the worst when it comes to defense. She immediately has to run away. Nami cannot take a big hit. She can't even take a decent sized hit or even a small hit. So when I look at it from that perspective,
have we seen that?
She's all, huh?
Have we even seen that?
Most of the situations she's running away or somebody comes in and protects her.
But she hasn't really taken a lethal.
Right. Exactly, and that's why I don't think I could put her with Frankie, because I feel like Frankie could take a punch, you know what I mean, and still get up. Even though his offensive abilities aren't on the level of Nami's after she acquired Zeus, I just think that Nami can't defend herself. So I see that more as a liability. In some aspects.
So you see once again, same issue. You see Frankie as an overall defense and offense.
Right.
He's just more well-rounded than Nami.
Exactly.
Okay. I just give the edge to Nami based on what I've seen her do to Big Mom, and just literally the fact that she now has some of his talent, like some of Big Mom's like ability, like in her pocket. So it's like, rightfully so, she has the Climatact, right? That's what she has as her weapon, right? And that's really her power, right? That's her power. She's able to use it, right? So once again, because of her mind and just her being smart, hasn't been in a situation to take a lethal blow. You know, she just seen running away or just doing whatever she can, which is what she can. But her offensive ability now, like, have we seen the last of it? Like, nah. So I that's where I give her the edge over Frankie. But then I have Frankie lower than Nami for that same reason.
So who's at number 9 for you?
Frankie's number 9 for me.
Frankie's number 9.
Yeah, I can't have Frankie being the last.
Okay.
Because just aside from, even when we're talking before, pre-time skip, Frankie, his abilities were very useful for what he could do. Aside from being just their actual hobbies, Nami a navigator, him a shipwright, all those things, like his actual power with his body and the modifications with his body and what he could do offensively, defensively, just like you said, to protect himself. We've seen plenty of fights with Frankie, so we've seen enough to so that he's proven in where we rank him, but I can't have him lower than that as the last Straw Hat, because once again, he's actually fought and proven his fighting ability. Even though I don't see him as better than Nami. Right? They both don't have devil fruits. They both aren't haki users. But just Frankie's body modification is his power, and that's his body.
That's what he does.
So, and then when we talk about after time skip, when we saw Fishman Island, from what we saw when they came to Doflamingo's territory, what we saw him do there versus Senor Pink, and then now moving forward, he's just been we've seen him already. We've seen him. There's no need to speculate about what he may do, what he may not do. But yeah, I have him ranked right there.
Okay. And to finish off the list, I'm glad that we agree that Tony Chopper is an absolute disgrace. Let me and I'm gonna put the straw hat on, because I have to say something directly to the Chopper fans out there, because I know there's a lot of you guys out there.
Man.
I take no pleasure in saying this.
Mm-hmm.
I like Chopper. I like what he brings to the table as, you know, when it comes to the chemistry of the Straw Hats.
Mm-hmm.
But Chopper...
He's a great doctor. Right?
Chopper, I wouldn't even say that.
Oh, no?
I think Chopper is absolute trash. The things that he was doing during the pre-time skip, I think were acceptable. You know, it's pre-time skip. You know, the opponents are weaker.
Right.
You had 2 years. Luffy gave you 2 years to get stronger. You were supposed to come back and get stronger. Chopper only added 1 rumble point. Right?
Right.
Still overuses the monster point.
Right.
Still can't even hang in a fight against fodder enemies that Oda hasn't even given names.
Right.
Chopper is struggling with Brule. Chopper is... I mean, what is Chopper's use here? Chopper is nothing but trash. His skills as a doctor increased a little bit, and that's about the only thing that has increased since the time skip. But even when you're talking about his abilities as a doctor, is he really even a great doctor? I mean, you're talking about your captain being as reckless as Luffy. Luffy has gone into the Marineford War, literally trying to save Ace, and you have him dying, begging Ivanko to inject him with hormones, knowing that it will lower his lifespan because he wanted to make sure he had a little more health so he can keep going. This is how reckless your captain is. Your captain is Mugiwara no Luffy. And you mean to tell me that when Luffy eats some poison fish just around the area, you cannot get the job done?
Yeah.
So Sanji's sister has to come out of nowhere. I mean, nowhere to save Luffy's life? What is your job here? What is Chopper's job here? And I'm asking Chopper fans, what is his job here? He's supposed to be a medic. We even see that the Straw Hats have formed an alliance with Law.
Right.
What is Law? Law is one of the best doctors. Law also, his crew is basically also a medical staff.
Right.
What is Chopper's job here? You know, I think when it comes to, and this is why I'm going so hard on Chopper, because I think Chopper is the biggest liability on the Straw Hats. I don't even see him as a primary healer. I think Law should be the primary healer. You know, while the Straw Hats are allied, you know, with Law's crew. And I think Chopper should just stay back on the ship and just chill out, because when it comes to him even entering combat, I mean, he's terrible. He is terrible.
Wait, relax on the fans.
No, Chopper fans need to hear this. Chopper fans need to hear this. Listen, and I think I'm gonna put this out on the table. Brook has a little bit of play in this, but I think this all falls. A majority of this falls on Chopper. I'm going to say this statement right now, Chris. If Chopper even got at least 5% stronger after the time skip, Pedro still walks in the One Piece universe.
Wow.
I'm going to say that right now. Pedro is dead because of Chopper and a little bit of Brook's lack of skill set. Their incompetence. They are trash. Chopper can't even heal. I think Chopper has to get up much, much better before I even start seeing anything about Chopper fans posting any type of picture saying they love Chopper. Chopper is trash right now. He has to do a lot to get better. I'm sorry.
Wow. Unfortunately, to the Chopper fans, there is no easy way to say this.
No easy way.
Chopper is trash.
Terrible.
He is nothing but a pet. He's a pet. I mean, the world government recognizes it.
Do they? His bounty is 50. Yo, come on.
I mean, it's generosity. He's a pet. Like, listen, back when they was on Sabondi, right? When they was back there, the imposters, right? You remember Luffy's imposters? They went around thinking he was the pet, so they went and got a little wolf.
Oh my goodness!
They went and got a fox and just had him impersonate Chopper. Chopper was mad, but it's like,
what are you bringing to the table?
What are you doing?
Listen, you're looking at Whitebeard. Whitebeard's healer is Marco. Roger had Crocus.
Right.
Luffy has Chopper, who's not even there.
Yeah, I mean, Chopper is just and what's the thing about it is, it's not like we're getting on Chopper just because, like, okay, he may not have like a fighting ability or something like that, like Crocus. We don't know if he was a crazy haki master or anything like that, right? He was on the ship as a doctor, right? Mm-hmm. But we know that Chopper has a devil fruit. We've seen it in use so many times now, and nothing has been done. Like his monster point
is all he uses.
And it's such a liability because it's not even like he's able to move at a speed that's like deceiving for the size. Like, it's just like, what are you here for? If you keep doing, like, he literally has a point to just dig. Yeah. Like, just dig holes. And it's like, what?
Can't heal, can't defend, can't attack. Hasn't really increased his combat strength ever since the time skip. Yeah, get him out of here. I listen. I think Chopper. You should even. Luffy could even trade him. You know what I mean? I mean, at this point, all he's really adding to the Straw Hats is just chemistry. At this point, he can't heal
for a Snapple and a honey bun.
That's that's about it. So that concludes it. Definitely let us know. Your tier list of the Straw Hats from strongest to weakest.
Right.
And with that, we are signing out.